Your one chance to take a vacation.
So you're heavily medicated right now? Do you even know what you're saying today?
No, I'm not taking anything during the day.
Okay.
Just at nights.
All right. Big Four time.
Battleborn Injury Lawyers presents 4-4. Number 4.
I almost sounded kind of caring and nurturing. That was weird.
I could sense the sarcasm.
I do care. I care that you do the show. I can't keep up with all the reality sports television or behind the scenes sports television, and I'm sad about that because there's so many good shows. Season 2 of the Starting Five will feature a star-studded cast of NBA players, including SGA. But Oklahoma City looks like it's going to win like 60 games. Harden, Durant, Jaylen Brown. Is that Halliburton?
Yeah.
Season 2. Can anyone tell me what happened in season 1? I didn't know there was a season 1.
I haven't watched it yet.
You knew there was a season 1?
Yeah, LeBron's in it.
Okay. What's the hook here?
It's quarterback for basketball, basically. Receiver for basketball.
I like the first comment on one of those tweets that we saw. Is season 1 worth watching?
Yeah.
Not to say I'm not interested in the NBA. I just didn't know the show existed.
Well, I love all these shows. The problem is there's so many, right? Like I got into the PGA one, and then
you love that one.
Stopped watching after like 4 episodes. I was like, I lost track of it. I stopped watching it. I got to go back and catch up again. And then, Receiver, I watched the first 8 hours that it was out. I finished it because I was trying to make sure that there was nothing in there newsworthy. It came out at midnight. I was done watching by like 7 a.m. Make sure there's nothing newsworthy about Devontae. But like, I love all these shows. I love that they're out there. I just don't see them enough. Now, this one I think is fascinating for a couple of reasons. One, Kevin Durant, always interesting. I know he's polarizing in a lot of ways. He's a pretty interesting person, and I'll be pretty intrigued to see how much of his social media life they kind of delve into and what his strategies are, why he does the things he does. Those are good, and like Tyrese Halliburton is awesome. He seems to be a pretty genuine person. There's a lot of I think a lot of things that he'll share and talk about. Like he's pretty open about a lot of things. So I'm looking forward to that part of it. I think it'll be a good show.
Number 3.
Number 3.
How many people this Halloween are going as Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
A ton last year, but I'm sure many more will this year.
Pretty good costume, especially if you do it up and you're sexy Kelce and sexy. Just sexy Kelce. That's all we're interested in, right? And sexy Swift. I'm sure you can win some of these contests in town.
Probably.
By the way, if one place you can win money is Ellis Allen Casino. Not only are they having a rhythm and blues, I don't do that well. Inside the front yard, they're actually doing karaoke.
Oh, wow.
So you go down to one of the best karaoke joints in all of the land, and you're wearing a costume. Hey, go down and you're Travis and Taylor and you sing something.
Does the song have to be,
I got you, babe.
Does the song have to be related to the costume? You're Frankenstein, you have to sing Monster Mash.
You have a Travis, and do you need some time before the end of the show to come up with a Travis and Taylor song for the costumes?
No,
does it need to be a breakup song? Is it something that's lovey-dovey? Oh, you do a Taylor Swift. So you make it easy.
That's what I assume, yeah. Okay. I just don't know. Like,
could you do one?
A Taylor Swift song?
Yeah. Do you know the lyrics well enough with a little bit of help that you could do it?
I may have done it the other day.
Oh, no. You did?
So possibly, yes.
Where's the invite? Look at how sad Griffin is right now. He wants to watch you.
It was actually
do some karaoke.
Some people won't be listening to this. It was actually a very weird gathering. It was a house party for a company that is essentially going out of business. So other people were kind of sad
celebration
together.
Yeah, it's like really happy times.
And the person happened to have a karaoke machine.
Nice.
So yeah, that happened. But no, I wouldn't do it because I'm a one-hit wonder at karaoke. I only do one song.
I don't believe you are. I think if you expanded your horizons, you could do a lot of other stuff.
I'm sure I could. Yeah. It's a hit, though.
Would you like to take a guess? This is sort of known on the show.
Before Griffin's time. I don't even think he knows the song.
What his go-to karaoke song is? Yeah. Big Taylor Swift guy. I could see that. I could also see maybe what's her name? Something Jensen. You know what I'm talking about?
Let's
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
I mean, yes, that is in his sphere, but let's say a sort of an offbeat rap song.
But I think it's before. Like I'm saying, I think it's
Yeah,
before
it's
Griff
before.
was even born.
Then you don't get the guess.
Oh, I gotta
Humpty
hear it
Dance.
though. You gotta tell me the song.
Humpty
the
Dance.
Humpty
is the
Dance.
song.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not aware of
You
it.
don't even know it.
This show's going off the rails.
It is.
No more old man references. Uncle Steve and Uncle Adam. Too old for a lot of the audience.
It's true.
What's going on here? The costume you sent over had a little baby.
So there's a couple back in 2020 that went kind of viral.
Okay.
Because they dressed as Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Now they were just the guy was Travis, the girl was Taylor. They were a couple. Had nothing to do with them being a couple eventually. And in fact, in their original
Oh wow, that's cool.
In
Yeah,
their
you're right.
original-
2020. Okay.
in their original post, they said, "We can't imagine a scenario where Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are in the same room, but that's our two costumes, so that's we are."
And they had a baby dressed up. Right?
Obviously, now they do. So a few years ago,
Oh, they did it again.
they did this. Then obviously, when Travis and Taylor actually got together, their post from several years earlier kind of went viral. Like, hey, these two predicted this because they were Travis and Taylor way before they were Travis and Taylor. And now this couple has children, so they have done the costume again, and they have incorporated their children into the costume. And now people are saying, "Oh, they are now manifesting. They not only manifested them as a couple, they're now manifesting the fact that they're going to have children soon. Be the Travis and Taylor babies."
Did you see the baby picture I sent over?
Didn't look like the most attractive baby.
That was like a demon baby.
Yeah.
It was at a bar that I was at, and ladies walking around with a demon baby.
I'm going to say
kind of a little
Travis, Travis and Taylor do have a child. It will not look like that.
Number 2.
I don't think we have any Shock G loaded up. So let's just play some Fat Joe. Why not? I want some Fat Joe. I want it. No, I really don't,
Is
actually.
that it?
No, I really don't. What was that last night? Why do that? We're talking Yankee Stadium before Game 3. Just because the Dodgers had Ice Cube, you don't have to copy it.
Well, I think Ice Cube was the answer because the Yankees had announced Fat Joe, and then the Dodgers were like, "Oh, then we'll get Ice Cube."
Oh, I didn't know I
Yeah.
had the order incorrect.
Yeah.
They weren't copycats.
No.
In fact, the Dodgers jumped the line and beat them.
Yeah.
Did they beat them?
I think so.
Yes, they did. Yeah. On the field and on the field before the game. That was bad.
The best they can get is Fat Joe.
That's
He's-
the other. That was the other question
he's-
circulating.
He's very New York.
One thing I thought of
New York.
immediately. Yeah. New York.
Look at Jay-Z.
New York. Well, I thought of this, and then the genius that I live with at home, and I'm not being sarcastic, she's very smart, brought up the issue of lots of New York rappers.
Live in LA.
Ties too.
Oh, did he?
Is that whole, again, I'll use the word sphere, is that whole sphere like untouchable?
Yeah. You can't have me.
What a nightmare. And it just went on forever. And I think I was in a setting where it was even more painful because I was at Ellis Island and it's blaring over the speakers and I'm like, I just want this to end. It just feels wrong. It's not cool. Just stop, please.
Could they not have done Jay-Z because he criticized them by saying he makes the Yankees hat more famous than a Yankee can?
Possibly, yes.
Then it's like, well, now you're criticizing the Yankees, and then you're going to try
Are
to
you
do
just-
that on the field.
Are you just pulling material from Seinfeld, Steinbrenner?
That was not from. I mean, this is way after Seinfeld.
No, I just mean like that George would do this.
Sure.
I mean, George is not alive anymore. So he can't do anything.
Can't get Jay-Z.
Number one.
Number 1.
What is wrong with the Raiders run game? We went through this a lot yesterday
long does it show?
with Willie, and I kept asking him and everyone else who came on the show, including Lincoln Kennedy, who was very down in the dumps about this offensive line. He's like, it pains me to watch. Is it execution or is it scheme? Don't say both. And everyone's answer is like, both.
It's both. But I mean, I think if you start with scheme, which is, they changed to much more of a zone running scheme, which was supposed to fit the offensive line better, but it doesn't seem to have. And then also Zamir White, who was a starting running back, wasn't good in that scheme. That's not his strength.
Okay.
So that was probably poor planning on that.
You
in
think,
that regard
probably?
of putting him in there? Now
Probably.
Madison has been a little bit better at it, but not great. And obviously this game was a step back for everyone. And then you think about the changes that were made, right? There, Munford is going to be the right tackle. They go to DJ Glaze, a rookie who's been much better in pass protection than he has in the run blocking game. Colton Miller didn't have preseason. He really struggled the first couple weeks that he was in there. He's gotten a little bit better, but now you've got a rookie next to him and Jackson Powers Johnson, who is aggressive and puts together good highlights, but on a play-to-play basis, the consistency just isn't there. Dylan Parham gets hurt. Jordan Meredith goes in, who's been kind of solid, but that's a change there. So there's been a lot of change up. Like, again, these sound like a lot of different things. Like, nothing has worked. Didn't work when they were healthy. Didn't work when they're not healthy. Didn't work when they changed guys. They've been better in pass protection than they have in run blocking for sure. But there's a lot that's just haven't been good. And I think it started with the scheme and not being the right fit, but also just like there is the, I do the tape review every Tuesday for Wednesday's paper. I just kind of finished it before the show. And I went back and looked at the runs that were inside the 5-yard line. And when they got down there and they just tried to run the ball 3 straight times. And was the scheme great? No. But they're at the 1-yard line. Just win the matchup. Like, the scheme isn't great. Just win the matchup. Just block the guy in front of you. You can't do it.
And Madison gets the ball, and it's someone right on him.
Yeah. So at some point, like, you could say scheme, you could say execution, whatever you want to say. At some point, it's just winning battles. And they haven't been able to win enough battles at all.
They've rushed for 632 on the season. 4 NFL players have more than that by themselves, including Josh Jacobs.
I don't think Josh Jacobs would have that many yards here.
No, a lot of this, even though it is a different staff and some different players in front of the running back, a lot of this is reminiscent of what Jacobs went through last year, where he was hit behind the line seemingly on every run.
Yeah, it hasn't been good. Hasn't been good enough. And by the way, like, Antonio Pierce said something yesterday when we kind of said, why don't you stop running the ball? Just throw it. So we can't just drop back and throw every time. Well, they did that one half. Second half against Baltimore. Threw every down pretty much. It worked. Maybe try.
This hour is brought to you by Battleborn Injury Lawyers, 4 o'clock hour in Reno. You can call from anywhere in the state of Nevada, 766-1400. We'll come up with, coming up, we'll get into some of the crazy scenarios that could be on the way in college football.
Traffic is brought to you by Meineke, your one-stop shop for total car care. Trust your keys with Meineke, doing car care right.
Accident, Viking Road westbound after Eastern. Also, Summerlin Parkway eastbound, that's showing at Buffalo. Heavy traffic right now showing on the 95 northbound towards Eastern. Not sure why the delay.
Traffic is brought to you by Meineke, your one-stop shop for total car care. Trust your keys with Meineke, doing car care right.
From engines and brakes to tires and oil changes, Meineke Car Care is your locally owned one-stop shop for total car care. Visit Meineke.com and schedule an appointment today. Trust your key to Meineke, doing car care right.
I'm Eli Manning.
And I'm Peyton Manning. We want to tell you about the Caesars Sportsbook Nevada app with Caesars Rewards.
You can instantly redeem your Caesars Reward credits for sports bets right on the app.
You can also use the Caesars Reward credits earned on the app for meals and experiences at 15 resorts across the state, including the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesars Palace.
Don't forget those tier credits. With your wagers on the Caesars Sportsbook Nevada app, you can unlock free parking and much more.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You know, a lot of lawyers who advertise here don't even live here. If they say Nevada, they're not from around here. If they think our capital is Las Vegas, they're not from around here. I'm Richard Harris, and I am from Nevada. I grew up here. I went to school here. I raised my family here. No one knows Nevada like we do. If you've been injured, call me, Richard Harris, of the Richard Harris Law Firm, 444-4444, just in case.
Hi, I'm Miley O'Keefe. In competitive gymnastics, flexibility and precision are crucial, and Les Olson IT knows how important flexibility and precision are to your business. It's why they deliver the very best IT security, office equipment, collaborative technology, and so much more. Let Les Olson IT's Perfect 10 service empower your business at lesolsonit.com. Les Olson IT.
The open border is one of the largest forces driving up costs of basic necessities. Each illegal immigrant costs taxpayers nearly $9,000 per year, according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Total cost since 2021, $72.8 billion. Fentanyl continues to pour in, bringing more countless senseless deaths every year. We cannot afford to let this dangerous agenda continue. This election, reject reckless spending and demand real border security. Advocate for America paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Kevin Hart with some exciting news. I am coming to a city near you. My new tour is called Acting My Age, and I want to see you there. Come out, have a good night, a good time. It's all new material in a much, much more intimate setting. Go get your